It's time for the Far Cry 4 Platinum Trophy. I've never played this one before, so this is going to be all new to me. This originally released in 2014, and it was stuck in 30 frames a second jail on the PlayStation up until last year. It's got pretty decent reviews at the time, so we'll see if it lives up to that for me. There are 51 trophies in total, 6 for the main story, 9 for side activities, 5 for collectibles, 5 for map completion, 11 combat related, 4 for multiplayer, and 20 miscellaneous, and the Platinum Trophy at the end. And to begin our journey for the Platinum, we begin with the main story. We play as Ajay, who is on a trip to Kiryat to spread his mother's ashes. The bus stops at a police checkpoint and is searched. The police, or military I guess they're the same thing here, find something, causing people to get off the bus and the guards fire on them, with the driver also firing. Ajay is then targeted and forced out of the bus onto the floor. A helicopter arrives with Pagan Min, the leader of Kiryat, and the main antagonist of the game.
Sure, right into the camera. There we are. Awesome.
Ajay flies off to Pagan's palace and sits down for some lunch.
Please, stay right here. Enjoy the crab rangoon. Don't move. I will be right back.
He asks him to wait for him to come back, and the game finishes installing. With the attention span of an average TikTok user, he immediately gets up and goes looking around the palace. Ajay finds the guy who was travelling with us earlier, and he bumps into Sabal, one of the leaders of the Golden Path, a resistance/terrorist group depending on who you ask, and are here to rescue Ajay. He leaves and runs for a truck. On board the truck, he drives away while being chased by soldiers before the truck falls off a cliff edge and crashes. Ajay wakes up and picks up a radio telling him to head to the bell tower in the distance.
You should be able to see a tower nearby. I need you to make your way there. I'm on my way to secure it now.
He goes through a mini tutorial section before reaching the tower and defending the area with Golden Path soldiers against Pagan's forces before an avalanche covers the area. Ajay is pulled out by Sabal and he takes him to Bampur, a small town controlled by the Golden Path, and he meets Amita, the other co-leader of the group who isn't exactly impressed with Ajay.
And you brought me this.
Ajay then talks to Amita and asks how he can help around the area. She asks him to help with a local wildlife problem. Ajay heads over on an ATV and the game freezes. Luckily, this is the only time in the playthrough that this happens. Anyway, Ajay helps out a local by hunting down some wolves, and afterwards Ajay goes to Sabal and asks what he can help with him. Sabal asks Ajay to destroy the propaganda broadcast being sent out from a nearby bell tower, so he climbs up and takes it out, and yeah, these things are going to be all over the map again. Ajay then goes to a local gun dealer who is supplying the Golden Path. During the meeting, Sabal uses the radio to warn of an attack on Bampur.
Banapur is under attack! We need fighters here now!
Sabal, what's happening?
And Ajay heads off and rushes to the rescue. He reaches the town and fights through, taking out soldiers along the way before entering a house with Badra, the girl who was with Amita, and rescues her. Ajay is then tasked with taking an outpost. He heads in and takes out everyone in the outpost, taking it over for the Golden Path. He then speaks with Amita, who asks Ajay to join the Golden Path, and we get the trophy Welcome to Kiryat for completing the intro to the game. After this, we speak to Herc. This is the introduction to the multiplayer aspect of the game, so let's get those trophies out of the way. We get Community's Prize for completing a top-rated custom map. Clearly don't actually have to win it though. There is a competitive multiplayer mode in this. The one trophy requires us to finish a game from each mode, unlocking the trophy Renaissance Man. And there are 2 co-op based trophies. The first is to capture a control point with a co-op partner, unlocking the trophy Brother-in-Arms. And the final co-op based trophy is to perform a vehicle takedown as a passenger. This took quite a while to actually find someone who would drive the car for me to be able to do it, but we did it and unlocked the trophy Changing Lanes. And during our time trying to get someone to get that last trophy with, we helped at another control point and got the trophy Quad Kill for taking out 4 enemies with an explosion, with mine being a grenade launcher round to a helicopter. So with the multiplayer trophies out of the way, we head back to the main story. Ajay heads to a local monastery to speak with more Golden Hand members. Amita calls and says that the army is coming to attack the monastery, so Ajay heads out to defend it, taking out waves of enemies and preventing them from using explosives. After this, we unlock some other trophies. For upgrading 5 pieces of equipment, we get the trophy Tricked Out. For silently taking out an outpost, we get the trophy Tread Lightly. We mark 25 enemies with the camera, and we get the trophy Shutterbug. For learning 10 skills, we get the trophy Quick Learner. For spending 500,000 rupees, we get the trophy Make It Rain. For taking out 2 enemies with 1 bullet, we get the trophy 2 Birds. And for climbing and taking 8 towers, we get the trophy End Transmission. Back to the main story, and Ajay talks to a couple of stoners called Yogi and Reggie, and they give Ajay something to cool down with. Ajay wakes up inside an arena ran by a woman called Noor, and he fights through a few waves of enemies before talking to Noor herself. Ajay heads back to Yogi and Reggie and asks them about a tapestry that was on the wall, and they say it's in a temple, so he heads there and finds it. And we are teleported to a vision of Shangri-La. I'll be honest, I really did not like this section all that much. I ended up just sprinting past all the enemies to the end and got out of there as quick as I could, and unlocked the trophy Overdose for doing so. Back in the real world, Ajay heads to Anita and Sabal. They discuss a medicine factory. Anita wants to keep the medicine to sell, but Sabal wants to destroy it. This puts the player in charge of who to go with, so I went with Sabal to destroy the factory. He heads in and snipes a few barrels to set fire to the fields, before heading inside the factory and burning the processed medicine down with a flamethrower. He heads back to Anita, who isn't very happy, but tells him to go and protect 2 statues that pagan forces are planning on destroying. Ajay heads there, takes out the soldiers, preventing them from blowing them up, and climbs up to the braziers to light them as a symbol of the Golden Path's growing power. Ajay heads back to Noor for help on how to get Paul Herman, one of Pagan's leaders, and she tells him to head to a nearby village to sneak into a truck carrying captured civilians to Paul's camp. Once inside, Ajay rescues a few people before finding Paul himself. He disguises himself as one of his victims and knocks him out. Ajay picks him up and sneaks him out of the camp to a waiting car and makes his escape. Ajay drops him off to the Golden Path, and we unlock the trophy 1 down. He then heads to Amita and Sabal again, this time another factory with even more medicine. And once again, we have to decide if it gets destroyed or used. This time I accidentally pick save, siding with Anita. So Ajay heads to the factory and takes up some generators powering the air filtration system inside, and then goes in to take out the remaining soldiers. But the fumes from all the medicine get to him and he starts hallucinating on the way out, but managing to get out just in time. After this, we get some more trophies. We go after all of the side activity missions first. For completing 6 hunting quests, we get the trophy Well-Rounded. For completing 3 assassination missions, we get the trophy Triggerman. For rescuing 15 hostages in rescue missions, we get the trophy No One Left Behind. For completing 3 races, we get the trophy Gearhead. For completing 3 bomb defusal quests, we get the trophy Diffuser. For destroying 3 pagan convoys, we get the trophy Hand of Justice. For completing 3 rare animal hunts, we get the trophy The Rarest Game. And for hijacking 3 cargo trucks, we get the trophy Robin Hood. We also complete 12 outposts and get the trophy Deliver Us from Evil for doing so. Back to the main story, and Ajay is contacted by a man named Willis, the same Willis from Far Cry 3. He has information that Ajay needs, but wants his help in a trade at a local airport first. Ajay heads there, taking out a few snipers before the plane lands. He overlooks the deal, but it goes south and Ajay has to help Willis by taking out the soldiers attacking him. Eventually, taking them all out, he talks to Willis and tells Ajay that the information is on board the plane that is currently taking off. So Ajay heads off and jumps via his wingsuit, takes the documents and blows up the plane with a grenade. Suspension of disbelief here required, I guess. The document ends up being a redacted mess, and Willis says he'll provide more information if he helps with some more jobs. The first being to travel into the mountains and take out some of Yuma's lieutenants, Yuma being one of Pagan's other leaders. So Ajay heads up to Willis in his plane and heads through an abandoned monastery, taking out the lieutenants along the way. He then heads back to Amita and Sabal, and they want Ajay to take out Noor. So he heads to the arena and takes out the guards inside before confronting Noor herself. After finding out her family have been taken out, she drops down to the arena floor herself, ending the mission, and we unlock the trophy 2 down. Ajay heads back to Willis and he has another mission for Ajay, to take out another of Yuma's lieutenants. So they head back into the mountains for Ajay to do his thing. He tracks him down and takes him out, and uses his wingsuit to fly through a valley to a waiting plane. Oops, anyway, let's do that one again. When he finally lands, he gets into the plane, and Willis reveals that Ajay has been taking out CIA assets and betrays him by kicking him out of the plane and is knocked out by a nearby soldier. He wakes up inside a prison cell in front of Pagan and Yuma, who leave him to be knocked out by a guard again. He wakes up again, hallucinating this time. The cell door is open and he goes off to find a rope and hook to escape with. After constructing it, he heads down the mountain, passing through enemy camps before finally collapsing, and he then wakes up back home after being rescued. With the south secure, the Golden Path want to head north, but the only bridge is heavily defended and blocked by a reinforced wall. So they ask Ajay to steal a chemical truck and drive it into the wall to create a hole. So he steals a truck, drives it across the bridge and jumps out, creating a big explosion, and he heads in to take the base from the other side, taking out a ton of soldiers before finally securing the bridge and unlocking the second part of the map. With the entire map now unlocked, we get one last big block of trophies before the end of the game. For all the collectible trophies, we get Well Read for reading 10 notes around the map. We spin 10 money shields and get the trophy Right Tributes. We destroy 15 cursed masks and get the trophy Exorcist. We find 10 lost letters and unlock the trophy Caretaker of Memory. We destroy 30 propaganda posters and unlock the trophy Rewriting History. And we have some more combat related trophies to gather on the way. We reach rank 5 in the arena and unlock the trophy The People's Champ. Taking out 25 enemies from a vehicle unlocks the trophy Drive-By. Taking out 50 enemies with fire unlocks the trophy Flame On. Running over 25 enemies unlocks the trophy Roadkill. Using the mortars and taking out 30 enemies with them unlocks the trophy Reign of Death. Using an elephant to take out 30 enemies unlocks the trophy Tusker. Taking out an enemy from over 60 meters with a bow unlocks the trophy From a Distance. And a really annoying trophy to get was to perform a takedown on a vehicle from a helicopter for the Sky is Falling trophy. Back to the main story, and Amita asks RJ to meet with the Golden Path members in the north to link up. He visits a small town and heads into a secret base. From here, he talks to the local leader as Pagan enters the house. RJ sees him by looking through a trapdoor before Pagan leaves. Ajay runs after him and chases him down using a grenade launcher to take him out. But this isn't actually Pagan, it's an exact body double.
Hello, RJ. Did you miss me? Oh, wait, yes, you did.
RJ returns to Amita and Sadal as they watch a TV that apparently has a broken screen and only plays sound, with Pagan pretty much telling everybody where Yuma is, so RJ goes to hunt her down in an old mine. RJ heads inside and Yuma blows some dust into RJ's face, making him hallucinate. He walks through the hallucination, seeing visions and then fighting off against hunters, before finally coming out of the vision with Yuma dead, and we unlock the trophy Hat Trick. Ajay is given another choice. Sabal wants him to defend an old temple, while Amita wants him to destroy it. I, again, accidentally pick Amita, so I guess we're going with that. Ajay heads in on a boat and assaults the temple island, taking out lots of enemy soldiers before heading inside and planting explosives and escaping on a boat, and taking out a few helicopters along the way. And due to Ajay picking Amita, she is now fully in control of the Golden Path. Amita asks Ajay for more help. This time the town of Utkarsh is under attack by military using artillery, and she wants him to move in and take out the guns. So Ajay heads in and takes out the men arming the guns before a Golden Path sapper team can come in and destroy the guns fully. He protects them as they plant explosives and they finish the job. Amita has one final task before the final assault on Pagan's castle. She wants Ajay to take out Sabal. So he heads up to a cavern, finds him, and takes him out. And we have the final mission left to play, but first we have some more trophies. We capture all the outposts in the game and unlock the trophy All Clear. We capture 2 fortresses, basically large outposts, and unlock the trophy Display of Fortitude. Sometimes when you leave a captured settlement it gets attacked, and we repel 3 of these attacks and unlock the trophy Defender. As Ajay's family home, we can buy upgrades, and after 3 of them, we unlock the trophy Fixer Upper. When we craft 15 syringes, we unlock the trophy Dr. Feelgood, For buying all upgrades and paint schemes for a gun, we unlock the trophy Custom Fitted. After travelling for 5,000 meters in the wingsuit, we unlock the trophy Like a Bird. And the game has a call for help mechanic that I didn't use a single time. This can be upgraded, and when we do so, we unlock the trophy The Good Fight. And with those out of the way, we are ready for the final mission, and the assault on Pagan's Palace can begin. For me, this was a kind of disappointing mission. It didn't really feel like it had the grand scale it should have for being like a final assault. But, I mean, regardless, we fight through it, and eventually ending in the demolition of the pagan statue in the middle. After taking the fort, Ajay heads up to the palace itself to confront Pagan, and we shoot him. Yeah, this was the wrong choice here. I didn't realise that there were multiple endings, and this was just the wrong one, and I couldn't go back and change my mind, so Ajay doesn't spread his mother's ashes in the end, and after the credits we get the trophy The King is Dead for completing the game. And that leaves us with just 2 trophies left before the Platinum. We head to a smaller fort and farm it for XP. You actually need quite a lot for the All Skills trophy, so we head in, take out a few guns for the XP, and then reset, allowing us to farm the fort for as long as we want. Along the way, we throw 15 stones to distract enemies for the Misdirection trophy, and after many resets, we finally get enough XP to learn all the skills in the game, unlocking the trophy Fully Loaded, and unlocking the Platinum Master of Kirat. And that is Far Cry 4 complete. Overall, I think I do prefer Far Cry 3. The story in this one didn't really grab me, but then again, maybe that was my fault for making the wrong decisions in the game. But I would say the gameplay is significantly better here. Up next, I hope to be able to platinum Far Cry 5, but those multiplayer trophies do look like they may be hard to pull off. So hopefully I will get that done soon-ish. And if you're still here, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.